Use a factor tree to help simplify the following fraction to its lowest terms, 30 over 99. Let's consider the 30 first, which you can see floating into position. We need to ask what two numbers multiplied together will give me 30, and then branch off to those two numbers as you can see happening now. This is a branch that we can see ends in 3, and this is a branch that ends in 10. Now, 3 is a prime number, so this branch stops. 10, however, is a composite number. It's not prime, so now we need to ask, what two numbers can I multiply together to give me 10? And branch to these numbers, as you can see here, and we have a 2 and a 5. Both branches end because 2 and 5 are both examples of prime numbers. Now, because all of these are prime numbers, we know we don't carry on with any of the branches, but we can see that if I were to multiply the 2 by the 3, we get 6, and if I multiply that by the 5, we end up with 30. So we can see that 30 equals 2 times 3 times 5, which were taken from the factor tree above. Let's now turn our attention to the 99, which you can see floating into position. We need to ask, what numbers can I multiply together to give me 99? Well, I can think of 3 and 33. Now, 3 is a prime number, so we stop this branch because 3 is a prime number. Now we look at the 33 and we ask what two numbers multiplied together will give me 33. And we branch off to these two numbers. As you can see, we have 3 and 11. 3 and 11 are prime numbers, so those two branches stop. And we can see all of these are examples of prime numbers, so the branches don't continue. If I was to multiply the 3 by the 3, that will give me 9, and then I multiply that 9 by this 11, and we end up with 99. So I can write 99 down as 3 times 3 times 11. And I found these numbers from the factor tree above by looking at the end of each branch. The 30 and the 99 have both been expressed in terms of their prime factors. I'll now bring these to the next slide, and we now look to see how we compare these up. Now 2 appears here, and there is no 2 in this, so I can't create a pairing there. But if I look, I can pair up these two here, because a 3 appears in both. You may now think, well, surely this 3 also pairs up with this one. Well, no, because as soon as you've paired up this 3 with this one, you cannot create another pair of 3s. If you look at the 5, you can see 5 doesn't appear in any of these, so I can't pair the 5 up. And the 11, which appears here, cannot be paired up with anything here. So the only one that they share in common is these two 3s that are already highlighted. Consequently, we can say that the highest common factor of 30 and 99 is 3, meaning this is the biggest number that will divide into 30 as well as also dividing into 99. I will take the information that I've just calculated to the next slide. So I take across the highest common factor being equal to 3, and now I can turn my attention to the fraction 30 over 99. 3 will divide into 30 10 times. 3 will divide into 99 33 times. So you can see we have 10 over 33. So we can say that this equals 10 over 33. And what we now have is the lowest terms possible for 30 over 99. So 30 over 99 in its lowest terms is 10 over 33. And that is the lowest terms fraction we can go to when we have 30 over 99. And finding this was aided by the use of a factor tree.